begin by thanking you all for joining us today. We're very excited to introduce Phase 1 of our new association website and are offering this session today to ensure that you're familiar with the site and its features as both a member and as a volunteer. Please note that as the site is still in demo mode, you will not be able to log in at this time. Once the site is live, which we're happy to announce will be tomorrow, you can access this webinar online. Again, you can look at our FAQ section, and you will be able to log in tomorrow and apply everything that you've learned today in the new site. There will be space for questions at the end of the session, if you do have a question during the session, please submit it again, and we will check throughout and answer those as needed. So I'd like to go over our agenda for today. We will start with a short background of how we came to arrive at the CMC-Connect platform, provide some background on what exactly it is, talk about the benefits to members and volunteers, and go through some of the important tasks in setting up your profile and using the site both as a member and then as a volunteer. So Jack, the elusive Jack, our CEO, will start us off with some background, and if he is on the call, Jack, now would be a perfect time to speak. And Jack, are you there? Okay, well, I will be playing the role of, oh, is that Jack? Okay, well, I will play the role of Jack now. So it's giving you some background on how we came to come to the new site. In May of 2012, National Office sent out a survey asking members several questions about our website at the time and specifically how we could improve it. We received over 100 responses in total, and suggested improvements fell into 6 general areas. In response, we refreshed the website to address some of the issues, for example, navigation, outdated content, and design, but due to budgetary concerns, we were unable to fix the majority of the issues raised. In 2013, the Common Body of Knowledge Committee was created to examine how best to put CMC Canada's common body of knowledge online. After researching several possible platforms and solutions, the committee recommended the Higher Logic platform as a good fit to host the common body of knowledge. It was also agreed by the board of directors that this platform could host a new CMC Canada website and would address many of the concerns members brought forward in that 2012 survey, specifically easier and quicker access to important information, an improved landing page, a better search engine, the ability to showcase our members and the association as industry thought leader, to show how consultants make a difference to the business community, and finally to improve the portal system that the committee members were using. So what exactly is CMC-Connect? CMC-Connect is a platform created by Higher Logic that adds social components to an existing membership website, enabling associations and member-based organizations like us to create and manage private and secure online communities. The result of this is a more engaged organization, growth in membership, and higher renewal rates. CMC-Connect allows members to engage with other CMC Canada members and resources at any time. This will help us expand on the value that members find in in-person interactions, for example, PD courses, special interest groups, and social meetups, and will enable them to keep those conversations and relationships going outside of face-to-face meetings and grow them even stronger on a day-to-day basis through the community. Here are a few benefits of CMC-Connect for members and volunteers. We'll begin with benefits to members. So members will be able to manage their professional profiles and connect with colleagues through the member directory. They can view profiles, send messages, or add as a contact directly from the search results page. They can also import their profile from a number of popular social media channels like LinkedIn. And the site also uses gamification to reward members with ribbons for achieving certain engagement levels and also to recognize volunteer roles. Communities will provide members with an always open central meeting place to collaborate, ask questions, give answers, and discuss the hot topics of the day. The site is also built on a responsive design platform, so members can access their online community at any time, anywhere through this adaptive interface that's specifically programmed for smartphones and tablets. The site also encourages knowledge sharing by giving members the opportunity to write blog posts and weigh in on industry-related articles, questions, and experiences. Members will have access to and are encouraged to build a knowledge base of best practices, documents, minutes, photos, videos, and more. There is a modern events calendar that's split into either all events and courses or just upcoming courses only. And it also features a filter system where members can view events by community, location, or type of event. What a really neat feature is the site features a glossary of industry terms for both members, and it's accessible to non-members. And this will really drive traffic to our site and increase search engine optimization. So the bottom line is that it's one single place that members can go to take advantage of all of their CMC Canada membership benefits, see upcoming events, interact with their institute and chapter and other members, share resources and documents, position themselves as thought leaders, and connect directly with other users. And the other really great thing is that all of the activity within the site is delivered right to members' inboxes, so they can easily stay in tune without having to visit the site every day to see what's new. So why CMC Connect? Well, first and foremost, our members are asking for it, and we've had requests from many of you as institute and chapter leaders, first of all, for a better place to post meeting notes or documents that you've discussed in council meetings to replace our current portal system. You want to continue to build on the ideas and discussions and relationships that have been started at your in-person meetings. By giving you this tool to do so, we can help all volunteers foster those stronger relationships, which we believe will lead to even more engagement at the institute and chapter level. The platform also allows institute, chapter, and committee members to form a more personal and interactive relationship with members. Rather than just pushing information out via email, you can actually have two-way interactions through institute and chapter communities. And what's really neat about this is that you as a member can elect to engage only in those parts of the community that are relevant to you. And you can really get a pulse on our membership to discover what types of things that they're discussing and which areas are driving the most interest, and then in turn drive more relevant programming and activities going forward targeted towards these areas. So all of this leads to better member engagement and stronger member retention. You're probably wondering how the new site compares to some of the other social resources that are available to CRM customers. We put together this chart just to help you visualize some of the differences between CMC Connect and sites like LinkedIn groups, the Microsoft Community site, and our own existing website. One of the real differentiators that I want to highlight is the ability that members will have to post and share documents with one another. This is a powerful feature of the community that will allow us to build an incredible resource library that is searchable and sortable by members. So certainly these other sites all have great features, and CMC Connect is designed to complement some of the things they offer. So I've mentioned a few times the word community. So what exactly is a community? Well, communities are essentially subgroups of people who share a common interest, which in our case is their institute and our chapter, and for volunteers, their committees. In phase 2 of the site, we will launch communities based on current active special interest groups. So community includes announcements, latest discussion posts from discussions, latest shared files from the library, events, which will be in the Institute and chapter communities only, and a member directory. There's a few different types of communities. So the first one is an Institute, chapter, and the open forum, CMC Central community. All members will be placed into their Institute community and their chapter community, if applicable, and all members will also be placed into one open forum community, and that's called CMC Central, which I'll show you later. There's also committee communities. So every board, institute, chapter, and special interest group committee will have its own community, and these are hidden to members and accessible by invite only. So all of these committee communities will have announcements, discussion posts, a library, and a member directory for that committee. And finally, there'll be special interest group committees, and this is in phase 2, that members will be able to join that will be created to align with active special interest groups. Now I'd like to show you how to use CMC-Connect as a member. I'm going to take you to the new site here. So this is what the new homepage looks like. All of the content that you see here is very dynamic, and it's driven by the members' activity that takes place within various communities. Just to point out a couple things, when members are logged into the site, what you'll see on the homepage will vary based on your membership type, your site permissions, and your preferences. So what my homepage might look like is different than what your homepage might look like. Now, I haven't signed into the website yet, so this is actually the public view of the site, but some of the materials you have to log in to see the information. So that's a member benefit if you want to see recent blogs or recent documents that have been posted to the site. Along the middle, you'll notice CMC-Canada events feed. This comes directly from our database. You can see here there's upcoming events, and if you click on more, it'll take you to a listing of all upcoming events. And you'll also see recently shared documents. On the right, you'll notice the discussions and blogs. These are conversations and thought leadership items that the members are sharing within the site. And one of my favorite features is the most active members section. This is dynamically generated by the site based on members' activities within the community. It's a really great and easy way for us to recognize members for their contributions to CMC-Connect. So now I'll walk you through the main steps in getting started using the site. So the first step is to log in. So you go to the CMC-Connect website, which will be cmc-canada.ca, and you're going to click on the sign in to log into the site. Your login credentials are going to be the same that you use to log into the current CMC-Canada website. Please note, if you have forgotten your password, you can click on the Forgot Password link, and you'll then be directed to reset your password. So then once you enter in your email address and password, you're going to click on Login. And now you are logged into the site. So once you are logged in, you'll see a box in the upper right-hand corner. If I click on the arrow next to my photo here, you'll see 3 boxes or 3 links that say Profile, Communities, and Logout. So there's 2 ways that you can update your profile. So I'm going to click on the Profile button here. There's 2 ways that you can do it. You can update your profile manually, or you can have your information populated and pulled over from other sites. So I've already pulled over my site from LinkedIn, and I'll show you how to do that. But if you wanted to update it manually, you simply fill in the missing information by clicking on the edit button to the right of each demographic section. So degrees or education would be the add or the edit button. So this would be the edit button here, and then you would just click save after editing that, and then that would save your information. So you'll see here that I'm not a consultant, so my consulting service areas and regions are blank, but you would be able to add these to your profile, or they would actually be automatically filled in, some of these areas, from our CRM. So the other option is you can have your information automatically populated and be pulled over by LinkedIn or Facebook. So if you click on this arrow beside Actions, you'll see here that you can link to your profile on LinkedIn, Facebook, connect to your account on Twitter, link to your profile on Google+. You can also connect to your blog so that if you want to, you'll see here that I'm connected to YouTube and LinkedIn, but you can connect to your Twitter account, to your Twitter feed will also be featured on your site. So if you link to your profile on LinkedIn, just click on the link there. Now, because I've already done it, it will look a little different, but just follow the prompts. You'll have an option to choose what you want to have carried over from LinkedIn and what would you prefer that doesn't come over. And then after, you can see here that you can delete any of the information that's actually been brought over from LinkedIn. You can delete, just click the little garbage sign there, or you can edit any of the information after. So what you want to do next is to actually upload your picture. My picture came over automatically from LinkedIn, but what you can do here is just click Change Picture. You'll click the gear icon. So adding a picture and changing picture is the same action. You're going to want to upload a file from your computer that you want to use as your profile picture. It's recommended that it be a picture of you, not your cat or your kids or your boat or other things like that. I'll show you an example of another member's profile. Just give me a second here. You can have an idea of what someone else's profile looks like. Now, Glenn is not actually Mike Myers, so you'll see that he has not uploaded a photo of himself, but if he followed the best practices, it would be a photo of himself. That being said, it's a lovely photo. So this is Glenn Yonemitsu, one of our members' profile pages. You'll see here that his bio talks about what he does as a consultant. The ribbons identify him as a chapter board member and as a CMC. And Glenn has also imported his information from LinkedIn. So it lists here his education, job history, the industries that he consults to, consulting service areas, et cetera. So that just gives you an idea of what your profile page will look like. So next, let's look at how you can update your privacy settings. I'm just going to go back to my profile here. So from this profile page, you'll see a drop-down menu under My Account. You want to select the privacy settings from this drop-down. Click Privacy Settings there. On this privacy page, you'll be able to you have the option to limit the items of your profile to different audiences. So all you have to do is check the radio button for the settings you prefer, and your privacy settings will be set. You can also come back and change these at any time. You'll see that mine are set like this for now, but if I wanted to change it, I could certainly do so. Here's an overview of what each of these means. So My Contacts means that this information will be viewable only to those in CMC Connect that you have personally decided to connect with. Members Only means it's viewable to only to CMC Canada members on the site. The public means it's viewable by CMC Canada members and non-members, so this is important when it comes to the member directory, the information that the public would be able to see. And then Only Me means it's only viewable to yourself. So you can select for your picture, your address, your email, your job history, whatever you'd like, you can change that and then just click Save at the bottom. So if we go back to the My Account, we can also select email notifications, email preferences. Sorry, my apologies, they've actually just updated this. So actually, if you want to select community notifications, and this lists here the different communities that I am subscribed to. So there's CMC Central, that's the open forum community that all members are subscribed to, and the others are actual committees that I'm subscribed to. You can change this. Right now, I receive a daily digest from CMC Central. That means that if anybody posts any information in that community, an announcement or shares a file, I will receive a digest every day, the following day, into my inbox of what has occurred in there. So there's 3 options. Real time means that you'll get a message sent to you every time somebody does something in that community. The daily digest is you'll receive 1 email a day that combines any of the activity in the community. And then no emails means you won't receive any notifications about the activity that occurs in that community. So let's talk about communities and discussions. There are 2 ways to see all of the communities that you have subscribed to. You can access your communities via the upper right-hand corner near your profile. If I click on here, I can click directly on this communities link, and then it'll take me immediately to all the communities that I have been subscribed to. So again, these are the same communities that showed before, CMC Central, the Common Body of Knowledge, and National Advocacy Committee. The CMC Central is the open forum community I mentioned that all members will be subscribed to. The other option is you can go to the members only section and just click on the wheel beside, and this will list, that shows CMC Central, that'll list all communities that are available and then just my communities. If you want to see a list of all the communities that are available, you can sort it by type. These are all the community types. If you wanted to sort it by institute, this will show the 7 institutes and their pages. So if you want to add a discussion item to a community on your community homepage, so I'm going to select a community to go to. I'm going to go to the CMC Central Open Forum community. This is what the community homepage looks like. You'll see here on the homepage, there's latest discussion posts. If I want to add a discussion here, I can just click Add. The other option is you can click on Discussion at the tab there. And then you could select Post New Message. So those are the 2 options. So either from the home page, you can click Add directly from latest discussion posts, or you can go to the Discussion tab. If I want to, I'll show you from the Discussion tab. Post a new message, I'm going to click on Post New Message. And from here, you'll be taken to a screen that allows you to post a new topic. So you'll always see your name and the community that you're posting to already on there. If you want to cross-post it to a different community and it'll list the communities that you have access to, you can also do that. If you want to always include a subject line, I'm going to include test for now. And you'll always want to include a greeting to start your message. So again, you want to include a subject line, a greeting to start your message, and you would craft it basically the same way that you would craft an email with a greeting, a text, and a friendly sign-off. You'll notice the interface is very similar to that of Microsoft Word. So you can edit, you can bold, you can add hyperlinks, you can import or paste text, copy text, change the fonts. So there's a few different things stylistically that you can do. You can also add an attachment. So I'm going to click on Attach here, and this will take you to your own H drive. So if I want to select an attachment, I'm going to select this Word document here, click Open. Now you're going to want to click on Upload Files, and it'll show you the progress there. So the files have been uploaded. I'll select Next. Now I'm not going to name the file, so I'm just going to click Finish here. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to put a test. You do have to put a title for the name of the file. So when you click Finish, you'll be taken back to your original message, where you'll see your attachment added to the bottom. If I scroll down here, you'll see the attachment here. So you want to proof your message, make sure it's okay. Hi there, this is just a test. I'll get rid of that space, and then click Send. And right now, all of the messages are in, for the first 2 weeks, all of the messages are being moderated. So I'll actually just quickly approve that message so you can see what it looks like. So if I go back to the home page of the community and the discussion tab, you'll see that my topic has been added to the thread subject. So just please note that it's really difficult to delete a post once it has been posted. So once it's been sent through, because it will be sent through the email subscription service, it can't be recalled. So if you want to reply to a discussion, so let's say you saw my test message, you thought it was thrilling, you wanted to reply to it, there's a couple ways to do it. If you want to just click directly on the thread subject, so you'll see here that I've posted this. So you can click on the reply to discussion button directly, and that will reply to the discussion, or you can reply privately to the sender if you don't want the whole community to see what your response is. I'm going to click on reply to discussion. So it'll see here regarding test, and I'm going to write that, sorry, that was a great discussion topic, and send. Again, if I wanted to attach something at that point, I could have done it. My apologies, I will have to approve that again. I'm just going to quickly. If I go back to discussion, You see now that there's 4 items in there. So if I look at the thread, it'll show that there's 1 reply to that thread subject. And then you can follow the whole thread there. This is just a test. That was a great discussion topic. And you can click on those links and reply yourself. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is how to add files to a library. If you look here, you'll see there's a few. Again, you can go to the members only if you want to look at all of the communities to select which community you want to add the file to. So we're in the CMC Central Community, so I'm going to click on Library. So this is what the library looks like. It's a very small library right now because not a lot of documents have been uploaded. When you look at the library, you'll notice that there's 2 columns. The one on the left is labeled folders and the one on the right is folder contents. So when you click on a folder on the left, the contents of that folder will display in the right-hand column. So one thing that we created, for example, was member promo kit. Or sorry, I'll look at the site FAQs, and then on the right here in the folder, you'll see that there's all these different documents about the FAQs. So if I want to upload to this folder, I'm going to select New to create a new library content. So the title, I'm just going to use test again. If you want, you can add a description to your file. The library is open forum, and the folder is site FAQs. So there's a few different types of files that you can upload. You can upload a copyright license file, just a hyperlink if you want, the standard file upload. You can upload a webinar or a YouTube video. So I'm just going to select the standard file upload. So that's if you're uploading a PDF or a PowerPoint or a Word document. I'm going to click Next. You can put your name there if you want to describe yourself as the owner. So similar to when we were adding that document in the discussion, it's going to open to your own H drive. So I'm going to click Test and Open. Again, you're going to want to hit Upload Files. That'll show that it's posted already. And I'm going to describe my file. If I want to enter a title, I'll just enter a test, and this is a test document. Now, one thing that has been set up for all of the committees is there have been tags created. So if you're uploading any documents to your committee community, you can tag it as an agenda or a bylaw or a guideline, et cetera, and that way when you're searching for files, you can search by agenda and it'll just make it go quicker. So for example, let's say these were minutes, so I'm going to select that and hit Finish. And again, this is under moderation, so I'm going to approve that. Just so you know, National Office will be approving and moderating everything for the first 2 weeks just to test how it goes, and then after that, the open forum will not be under moderation. And you can see here that it's been added to the library. This is the attachment. If somebody wanted to download that, they could easily click download and download that file. And then the tags and keywords, you'll see that library is in there. So if I click onto the community home, bear with me for a second here. You'll notice this is what the home page looks like, and if you look at the latest discussion posts, you'll see my test discussion and regarding test, and then for latest shared files, you'll see test and test that were shared. This first one was shared as part of my discussion, and the second one was shared as part of adding a library file. So finally, we're going to look at how you can use the new site as a volunteer. So who has administrative rights? So for the Institute and chapter communities, the Institute and chapter chair will have the administrative rights for that only. For the open forum, that CMC Central community that we were in, that will be administrated by the National Office staff. And then for the committees, every member of that committee, and I'll show you an example, will be an admin of that, meaning every member in that committee can add files, can post to the discussion, and there's also all of the administrative rights below. And then finally, there's the special interest groups, and for that, it'll be the leaders of those special interest groups that will be the admin. So what do administrator rights actually allow you to do? Well, you can adjust the community settings or names, and that is not recommended, mainly because all of the institute and chapter names are already set out in the teaming agreement. And if you want, though, to change the name of your community, we just ask that you submit the request to National Office, and we'll get it approved. Next, you can update community members, ban them, add them, remove them. You would need a good reason to ban them, so we recommend, again, that you submit a reason why you're banning them from the community. You can confirm other community admins, structure libraries, including folders, and send bulk standalone messages to the community members. So let's take a look at what that entails. I'm going to show you a sample of a community that is a community. So let's take a look at the you'll see here, these are all of the communities that have been created out of each council and chapter board, as well as advocacy committees, et cetera. So let's take a look at the Eastern Ontario Chapter Council. So all that's in this community right now is the library for the shared files that have been added. What we've done is taken all of the existing documents in the portal system and transferred them to your new community. So each institute and chapter and all of the committees already have their libraries filled in. Okay. So I'm going to show you, my apologies. I'm going to show you now what administrative rights allow you to do. So you can click on the wheel to see what options are available to you. The first option is to edit the community settings. Again, not recommended, but if you wanted to change the name of your community, sorry, the computer is just a bit slow. It's not working. Just give me one moment. Okay, so if I wanted to change the name of the community, I could change it here. This is only as an admin. So for this community, every council member of the Eastern Ontario chapter has these administrative rights. So you can change the name of your community or the type, but it is a community, so you wouldn't want to change that. If you want to add in a description or purpose or your mission statement for this committee, you can. What we've done, and I'll show you after for the institute and chapter pages, communities that all the members are part of. Remember, this is a community. The ones that all the members are a part of, we've taken from the existing site your mission or your purpose and actually pre-filled it already, which you can edit. So this membership is managed by committee members only, and it's invitation only. And I'm actually going to just show you something here. I'd like to show you an example while we're looking at the administrative rights of what it would look like for one of the institute communities. So let's look at the CMC Alberta. just so you can get an idea of what it'll look like. So this would be the CMC Alberta Institute page that all Alberta members, and you can see here, are a part of. So there's 459 members in this community. It will show announcements, discussion posts, the upcoming events specifically for CMC Alberta, recent blogs, and shared files. So again, if you wanted to edit the community settings, but I just wanted to show you this is what the purpose or the mission statement looks like for CMC Alberta. So if you wanted to add one for your committee, you certainly could do so. I'm just going to go back now to the EOC Council. Okay, so again, if you want to look at your administrative rights, just click the wheel to the right of the title. So underneath community settings, you can also manage the community members. So if you want, you can remove, now again, all of these members are admin, so if you wanted to remove the admin from someone, you could, or if you wanted to ban them, you could ban them from the community. The reporting feature won't really be applicable to the committees, but for the Institute and chapters, I'll show you what it looks like, the reporting feature, so you can see the activity level of your members in your community. What I really want to show you next is the folders, and that's why we're looking at the committee communities. You can see what the library looks like. So these files have been pre-uploaded from the existing portal, and so they've taken on the same filing and naming system. However, as an admin, any of you in this committee can change the structure of the files, you can change the names, and of course, you can upload your new files for any of your meetings into here. So I'll show you, this is the parent folder. All of these underneath are called child folders. So if you want to create a new child, and I'm just going to create a test, you click on new child, and then you click on test. If I want to move this to under certification, I make sure that that's highlighted. Click on the scissor, highlight certification, and then click on the paste. This is to paste on the same level, just one below, whereas this is to paste as a child, so I'll show you what each of those look like. So now you'll see that test has been placed right underneath certification. So if you're creating files based on dates, then this is really handy on how to move them. If I decide I want to change the name of that, change the name to Andrea, it's now been changed. If I want to move this now as a child under certification, I'll just make sure that's highlighted, hit the scissor, click on certification, and put it as a child. So now that's a child folder. So the next step, what you'd want to do then, when we were looking earlier at adding files to a library, it's the same thing, that you can click on there, and then, so this is your folder, these are the contents. Well, Andrea's empty right now, so if I want to add a new folder, then I would click on new, and it works in the same way as before. So I'm just going to cancel that. So this is the library system, so you're really encouraged to take a look at the libraries for your committees. Feel free to edit as you'd like, clean them up. Some of the naming protocols that have been brought over, there isn't really an order to it, so feel free to change that and to, from this point moving forward, once the site is live tomorrow, to add all of the documents for your committee meetings on here. I'm going to show you the one last thing, which is how to send bulk messages to members. I'm going to show you what it looks like for the Alberta Institute. It's the same principle. Okay, So this is the Alberta Institute. So right now, the chair of the Alberta Institute is the only one who has administrative rights for this group. We would like, if any of the chairs want to assign a communications person to have these rights, we certainly will add them as well as an admin for these groups. So again, go to the gear icon, click here. So you're going to select down to send bulk email. Now there is a template created for standalone messages. So you'll see here it says send an email using the template. You're going to want to click here and then select standalone message. And you're going to want to edit before sending. So you just click like that, and that'll go on, and then hit next. This is called a one-time message template, and these will go directly to the inboxes of the members of this community only, unless they've opted out, which is what we showed earlier. If they don't want to receive emails from this community, they will not receive it, but the default is that they will be receiving it until they opt out. This is the reply. You can leave this reply to message unless you want the reply to go to you specifically. This is the default subject right now, but you can change that. The logo is standard, and if you want to change the message here, just type in whatever message you want. Again, it's Word template, so if you want to type in, "Hi, how are you today?" We just suggested that template to make sure that you're putting in your name and your title, et cetera, and having a greeting from Andrea. So this is the design, the version of it. If somebody only wants to receive the text version, you're going to want to just copy and then paste your message into the text version so they can also see that. So this is your message right now, and then you're going to click next. So right now it says I've selected 451 recipients for the message because there's 451 members in the CMC Alberta community. If I wanted to receive a sample before I send these messages, I would put my email address in there and click Send Sample, and you can have a look at what it looks like before you decide to send it. If I want to send the messages, I would click Send Messages, but I do not want to send that message out. So I'm just going to back out of there, but that is how you would send a bulk message. The same principle works for communities. If you want to send a message just to everyone else in that community. So for example, just going to look at a community here. If I'm the CMC Saskatchewan Council, I'm a member of that council, so I have admin rights. If I want to send a message to everyone in that group, in that committee, I would send bulk email. Again, I would click standalone message and edit. Next, and then edit that. Now, it's not really, I mean, you can certainly send bulk messages to other committee members, but the fact that there is a discussion forum would, I mean, that would be the preferred method we would expect for communicating within that community, just because it's a lot easier to send a message or start a discussion through that. So I believe we covered everything off of the list, and we still have a few minutes left for questions. First of all, thank you for attending. If you don't have any questions, you can sign off, but we'll now respond to questions. And again, please note that we will be posting this webinar in all institute and chapter, council, committee, and special interest group communities. And now you know what a community is, so you know where to find it. So just let me click out of screen share here. Oops. Sorry. my room? Sorry. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, so now I can look at the chat. All right, sorry, okay. I see that we have a few questions here and that Mary has been answering them, so I'll look to see if there's any new questions. Is there an option for prospective members to access a limited set of the website? Can they sign up to receive event messages? So the events are still done through our, so if they want to receive event messages, they would have to be on an email list, so that would be a little separately. So we can certainly add a feature on the website if somebody wants to be added to our mailing list to receive event notifications. We can add that, and then they would be part of that mailing list for that. So I will make a note of that they could just sign up to receive the emails. We do have our C-notes that goes out that lists all of the events, so they could receive that. Sorry, how can you tell at a glance what is newly posted and uploaded? So if you go to the home page when you're signed in, you'll see everything that has been uploaded to the site. Just give me a second here. So here it'll say recent blogs or latest discussions, so that will show the latest discussions. But for any of the communities that you are subscribed to, you will be receiving a daily digest of the activities that have occurred in those communities. So if you are a member of the, let's say of the open forum, while everyone's a member of the open forum, you will receive a list, a daily digest of all the activity, any of the discussions, so you could respond directly from your email. And then, sorry, I was just seeing another question. And so you can get a listing of everything that's happened and been posted or uploaded for the communities that you're interested in instead of finding out everything that's been posted. Dick, does that answer your question? So you will be subscribed to community forums, and then you can also see from the home page or from that community the most recent postings for the discussion. From Eric, so is the from address final on the bulk email? No, Eric, you can change that to your own address if you'd like. That is not a problem. So everything on there is customizable. So Jane, so the special interest groups, so that we talked about how in phase 2 the special interest group communities will be created. Right now, the special interest groups have been created as a committee. So for example, the special interest group that you're the leader of, there is a committee for that now. So the leadership and all of your files, so it's functioning sort of as a portal. And then the next step in phase 2 will be to launch a community just based on the special interest groups that any members can join. Okay, so did anyone else have any questions? And if I have answered your question and not to, and if you're a little confused still, please type in your question again or let me know. Again, you can still type in your questions even though we're a bit over time. If not, you could send me an email. I believe you all have my email address, but it's avandenberg@cmc-canada.ca. So I'll give a few seconds here to see if anybody else has any questions. And again, sorry, I think somebody's leaving. Again, we will be launching tomorrow. So we'll be sending a few messages about the new site and again, some step-by-step instructions on how to use it. So we hope that you enjoy it, and we also encourage all of you to start posting questions in those discussion forums, especially in the CMC Central Open Forum. The types of questions we're looking for are questions, that really are tied to thought leadership. If you're looking for trends or questions about management consulting, we really want to encourage our members to share their knowledge, and that it's not really about, you know, value of membership. Of course, those are questions that you can ask as well, but we would prefer, you know, if you really focus on building up the thought leadership element of the site. So if you did sign up for your profile, it should be fine if you actually edited it now. When we go live, it'll be fine because it's saving the profile, so that doesn't really make a difference, so you should be fine. But if you do have any problems, just let me know.
Andrea, sorry, I just got to unmute here for a second.
Yeah,
when is
sure.
this going live? When is this going live?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, perfect, okay.
Tomorrow it should be hopefully in the morning, but tomorrow at some point.
Okay, fantastic. Oh, that's really good. Okay, I've got to jump off now, but thanks very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. So if we don't have any more questions, again, you can send me an email after, and thank you so much for joining us today, and we're really excited about this and really look forward to working with you on the new site. So thanks again, and everyone have a great day. Take care.